Dyneema is a fabric that if you're into bags, you're gonna encounter or at least interested in and want to see whether you should get a bag in Dyneema. It is a very unique fabric. I have here a Dispatch sling, an older version in Dyneema that, as you can see, it's well used. So what I want to do is show you a well-used Dyneema bag so that you get a feel and know what to expect as a Dyneema bag ages. So I'm going to zoom in on the bag and then talk you through the rest of it. A little bit background on the bag itself. This is a sling from Dispatch, their R&D product line. This is a really nice bag. It looks very simple on the outside, but the way it is cut, as you can see, there's one seam here, right, front and back, but the front part actually has volume based on the cut. So there's a seam right here and there's a seam right here. So it can come out like this as you put things in it. So it fits a lot more than you think, and I use this kind of as my basic carry. The other interesting about this bag design is this designed to curve around to your body. So it's a sling, you tend to carry it on body, and then the bag just hugs the shape of your sides, if you like. So you think, Dyneema is probably the wrong fabric for this, right? You want a fabric that is soft so that it can hug your body. So this is the interesting about the fabric. Dyneema is stiff. Let me show you. So the front of the bag, it's unlined. So this is what it looks like in the back, right? It is a very technical fabric that is stiff by design. What that means is that the bag holds its shape, so it always looks nice. At the same time, because it will crease as you use it and it's very thin, it will also hug your body. So I know it's a little bit of an oxymoron, but that's exactly why this fabric is so nice. And this is a very good use case of that, right? It's both holding its structure, lightweight, but also soft. As a bag reviewer, I tend to use bags on and off. So this sling, it's probably 3 years old. You can tell by the fraying here. But I would say it has been used totally maybe 4 to 6 months of daily use. I tend to use these things, 1 month at a time, and then I put it down and I switch to a different bag. The way I use it is both as a sling, right? If I just need to carry a couple of items, and often I use it in what I call a bag in a bag mode, where my essentials are here, but I have a bigger backpack that I need to use. So I would take my essentials, instead of redistributing them, I just shove this bag into my other backpack. So very often, I literally shove it in and the bag gets folded or crushed as it goes into the compartment of my backpack. Hence all the creases. Now, again, let's look at this very carefully. Right? Naturally, there's some vertical creases get developed because the bag gets folded and crushed. You can tell on the back, you can almost see these natural creases because this tends to get pushed in when you're wearing the bag. So it ages nicely and in a way conform to how you use the bag. You can see a line here. So whatever reason it is creasing this way, that's probably because I am a left shoulder carry person. So if you're a right shoulder carry person, maybe a line will form on this side. Similarly, on the front, as I said, there are 2 seams here that encourages the bag to expand. So as this folds in, naturally, this fold develops here, and on that side, that way. Let's get in the camera here, right? So there's a fold here, and then there's a fold here. I think this is really cool because, as I said, the bag eventually conforms to how you use it, and the crease tells the story. The thing to remember is even this bag is old, and on camera it may look like it is wearing itself up. It is not. If you look at the back, and hold this way, you can tell the back is as tough as ever. So until I puncture it or something, it is really, really strong. It just is folded or creased. And also you can hear it's still very crinkly because, as I said, the fabric itself is actually kind of stiff. So what ends up happening is you have this little, irregular bits that are still stiff, joined by all the folds, but the folds doesn't really hurt or weaken the fabric, which is what's so nice about it. So it's a very interesting fabric. The look, I think of this as a little bit like leather, right? Natural leather, as you use it, it ages. You see the lines, but again, the leather is not really deteriorated. You just see the creases and the folds. So this is the extremely high-tech version of that. So hopefully this little video gives you a good sense of what Dyneema looks like after it's used. I wish you can feel it because that's also part of it as well. I personally really like it, and this is a classic example of a very well made, very well designed. It's going to last a long time Dyneema bag.